CBS Monday.
Bermuda Broadcasting Company is pleased to present the first round of the 115th Annual Eastern Counties Cup Competition, featuring defending champions, Bailey's Bay, and challengers, Cleveland County at Seabreeze Oval. Bailey's Bay joined the island's leading cricket commentary team of Alan Richardson, Wendell Smith, and Dwayne Sluggo Levrock, with live ball-by-ball coverage. Saturday, July 21st, starting at 10 a.m. on Power 95 FM, the island's #1 station for your Eastern County Cup competition. Brought to you by Lindo's Group of Companies, John Barrett & Son Limited, Polaris Holdings, and Money Shop.
You can count on us.
Save more than half price on seedless red grapes, only $2.99 per pound. Certified Angus beef, top sirloin steak, just $8.99 per pound. Select varieties of PUREX 2X laundry detergent, only $4.99 for a 50-ounce bottle. Select varieties of Arizona drinks, just $7.99 for a 12-pack. Nestle's CHEERIOS cereal, only $4.99 for a 397-gram box. All stores are open Monday through Saturday until 10 p.m. and Sunday 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. for your shopping convenience.
You can count on us.
You're watching Bermuda Tonight. It's Friday, July the 20th. I'm Diane Brewer, and thank you for joining us tonight. A 51-year-old man has been charged in connection with a killing that took place more than a decade ago. Cleveland Rogers is accused of the premeditated murder of Marcus Sheldon Gibbings, who died on or about the 25th of October in 2006. The Trinidadian national was found in his Derwent Lane apartment in Devonshire, with police saying the 32-year-old was stabbed to death. Magistrate Kamisi Tacumbo remanded Rogers into custody. The defendant was not required to enter a plea, as the matter must be heard in the Supreme Court. He is expected to return to court on September the 4th during the Supreme Court arraignment session. In other news, the Minister of Public Works, Colonel David Birch, has announced that all leases for arable farmland will be extended to 21 years. As follows controversy over the fate of the Westover farm last month, its tenants were told that they would have to leave after the lease on the government-owned land expired. That move has now all been canceled. Earlier, Minister Birch spoke in the House about farms and leases in Bermuda.
The Bermuda Farmers Association are also welcome to come and meet with me so that we can talk face to face. Their statement that all government-owned farmlands had not been renewed, all government-owned farmland leases had not been renewed over the last 3 years was worthy of investigation. Mr. Speaker, I know that not to be the case, as I have signed several leases over the last year. During this time, I have also approved of 1/3 of the Greenwich farmland to be used by the Cedarbridge Academy to teach farming to students, and the remaining 2/3 of that farmland to the Ministry of National Security for use in their gang intervention program. Government has 45 plots of arable land around the country. 13 appear to have expired leases, and 2 are in dispute over ownership. I have ordered a review of each of the 13 properties to determine the state of their leases. I also agree, Mr. Speaker, with the statement by Carlos Amaral, Chairman of the Board of Agriculture, that the problem with farmers' leases needed examination, although I wonder out loud, Mr. Speaker, why it has taken 5 years for anyone to say anything.
Tarai Trott reporting. Well, the opposition One Bermuda Alliance has given the PLP government, now in power for a year, a grade of D-. But Tarai asked opposition leader Jean Atherton to compare the PLP's first year in power to that of her One Bermuda Alliance.
The key difference is that when the OBA came into government, the cupboard was virtually bare, and therefore we were having to get the country under control. We were having to get the expenses under control, and we had to do all of this while we didn't want to do anything with the civil service. We wanted to make sure that everybody kept their job. fast forward right now, you have the PLP which has come, and the debt situation is much better as it relates to what we found. And in many cases, there were things that had been put into place in terms of, there was money in the budget to go and buy more trash trucks. There was money in the budget to deal with having to buy buses. Now, if the PLP chose not to buy these things because it made a good soundbite to say, hey, our hands are tied, that's something that's on them.
Looking at the new fintech sector, which encompasses electronic services like cryptocurrency and blockchain and Bitcoin, we asked Mrs. Atherton how her party would handle the sector if it retakes the government at the next election.
That question is a little more difficult to answer, partially because the government has come up with this new industry that they're trying to create. It has been rushing through lots of legislation, which is causing us lots of concerns to make sure that the right regulations are put in place, because we're trying to protect Bermuda's reputation. So if we've done our job as the opposition, we would have continued to ask questions about how is this going to be put into effect? What role does the BMA play into this? How do these regulations and the people that are being vetted, is this making sure that our pristine reputation is preserved and making sure that Bermuda gets the right people coming in? But more importantly, we would have been asking questions about jobs. We would have been asking questions about how many jobs are going to be created, how many of those jobs are going to be for Bermudians. The second thing that we would have done by asking questions was to make sure and probe that the workforce development and the other government agencies are creating the type of training for these individuals. Because the bottom line is, none of these things are supposed to be done for just revenue generation. They're supposed to be there for also creating jobs for Bermudians, making sure that Bermudians can aspire to be in these positions.
And still to come, what's the weather going to be like this weekend? We'll have the full report in just a few minutes. Stay with us.
You can count on us.
Save $1.10 on Purdue fresh chicken leg quarters, only $1.79 per pound. For a great snack, red and black plums, just $2.99 a pound, saving $2. 4 rolls CHARMIN Ultra Soft or Strong Toilet Tissue, just $5.25. Hot price on select varieties of KRAFT shredded cheese, only $3.59 for an 8-ounce bag. Save $2.56 on Halo Top ice cream, only $6.49 for a 1-pint tub. Visit our website at www.marketplace.pm for more weekly specials.
You can count on us.
Bermuda. Join us at the Snorkel Park Beach and Bermuda's favorite old school DJs for a
Fun night of dancing under the stars.
to the best of old school R&B,
House,
soul,
reggae,
soca,
calypso,
pop,
hip-hop,
and more.
It's Solid Gold Saturdays.
The grown-up party, the big people party, dressed
Smart and sexy.
with a spectacular DJ lineup.
It's Mikey B,
Malcolm Lethal Weapon Smith,
DJ Iceman, Marky T,
Juggling Jason, and yours truly, the Matrix Ninja Cutty. I will be there.
with special live performances by
Reggae sensation,
Mox.
gate open 8 p.m.
Admission is free before 10.
$10 after.
So get there early. Snorkel Park Beach, Solid Gold Saturdays.
DJ lineup for July the 21st. Juggling J, Mikey B, and Iceman. See you there.
Welcome back. The Minister of Public Works, Colonel David Birch, says there has been very little feedback on how the new land title registry is being received. He says he has not received much reaction from real estate professionals, the legal community, or even the general public. Mike Sharp reports.
Minister Birch told BBC News that the only reaction he has received was about conveyance in the House of Assembly.
If you're going to go by the reaction that I've received directly, I can say I've had zero comment from either one of those entities, other than the one member of the legal fraternity in the House who does a fair amount of conveyancing, and I think that is self-preservation, if you want, because it is taking money out of their hands, in the sense that we have changed the law on Friday. It's going through the legislative process to remove the requirement for voluntary conveyance that you have to go to a lawyer first. That's unconscionable to me and to us in government. But I think the important thing here is that, to some extent, this has been delayed deliberately by collaboration with all of those entities.
Land Title Officer Serene Babb spoke about moving the information into the new database.
We've done substantial work to take all of what we have, 2 libraries which are located at the front of the office, to take all of that information recorded in those books, export it from the previous database into our current database, which also helps when the other day Granny has a property, it was annexed and so forth and things like that. What has been really instrumental and has, like I said, been more of the core foundation is the deeds registry, because prior to 1989, according to that particular database, things were done manually.
Jamaican Land Title Officer Kareem Wint shares with us how they resolve disputes.
You might not know, but Jamaica has the best land registration system in the Caribbean thus far. And yes, we face challenges like that where 2 persons with interest in property come and they have conflicting arguments. So what we do is, as they say, we look at the root title, so we see where the transfers have been taking place, or what the mortgages or whatever transaction has been done with the property. Going forward, we look at that to establish a root title and to actually develop who is the rightful owner of the property.
I'm Mike Sharp with Bermuda Broadcasting News.
Thanks, Mike. Well, new faces at Bermuda Tourism Authority with an update today of 5 staff appointments. Hazel Clark is the first director of sports business development, and Nadia Hull and Rohan Shastri are content specialists, while Kristen McSweeney is a business analyst and CRM specialist. Keisha Webb also has joined the team as destination services manager. A spokesperson said, quote, 5 of 6 new roles, part of a budget neutral restructuring plan that began in January, are now filled. 3 of the 5 new hires are Bermudians, and the remaining 2 are spouses of Bermudians, end quote. The VTA's CEO, Kevin Dallas, described the newcomers as, quote, a critical part of our ambitious plans to continue what is now the 3rd consecutive year of growth for Bermuda's tourism industry. So a hot, humid day today with a shower or 2. Will it be the same this weekend, or will the weather improve? Here's our AccuWeather forecast with the answers.
AccuWeather is presented by BF&M Insurance Group. We now go to AccuWeather headquarters.
The BF&M Insurance Group is pleased to bring you tonight's forecast. I'm your AccuWeather meteorologist, Dajia Swat, and I hope you're having a good evening. As we head into the satellite here, we're still getting some bands of rain into Bermuda. This is due to an upper level trough. That's going to continue to try to spout moisture into the area. Out towards the east, we have high pressure, and we notice on the screen not much happening out there, but right in Bermuda is where we're going to be on the edge of that high pressure. The good news is the pattern's going to change a little bit, and we'll be looking at some drier conditions. Tonight we are looking at temperatures in the lower 80s, humidity at 83%, winds out of the south 10 to 15 knots, and a water temperature of 83. Waves in the reef near a foot, waves out running 2 to 4 feet, and no advisories or warnings out at this time. Here's a look at your upcoming tides. Low tide at 10:17 p.m. tonight. High tide next high tide at 4:12 a.m. on your Saturday, and a following low tide at 10:20 a.m. on your Saturday morning. Once again, no advisories out at this time, but be sure to stay updated on the marine conditions. Tonight, we're going to continue to look at mostly cloudy conditions with spotty showers due to that band of moisture in our proximity, and cooling down to 74 degrees. Tomorrow, still going to be a similar pattern here. Clouds going to be variable, peaks of sunshine, but not a whole bunch of it, and keeping the chance for showers in the forecast. High of 83, low of 76 degrees at this time. Not expecting any rumbles of thunder, as that moisture will become a little bit more distant over time. So here's a look at the futurecast. Yes, we notice green in and around Bermuda, and that's going to continue to be the case. It's going to fizzle out, then come back in. Going to be spotty and patchy in in the island of Bermuda for the next few days, but it's going to bring us a chance for some showers. And then into Sunday, well, we'll be watching high pressure shift its way over us, and that's going to allow for a drying pattern. Toronto, high of 80, cooling down to 66 with partly cloudy skies. New York, looking at showers with a high of 76 and a low of 67. Boston to remain pretty dry, but we'll also be looking at increasingly wet conditions into the weekend. Atlanta, wet with showers and thunderstorms and a high of 89 and a low of 72. As you look across the Caribbean, Jamaica, Barbados, and Trinidad, some showers out across. Not a whole bunch happening here across the Caribbean because we're getting some more drier air in, but not ruling out the chance for our occasional spotty shower and thunderstorm throughout the day. So here's a look at the extended forecast here at home. Saturday, once again, going to keep the threat for showers in the forecast. Then we're going to notice some drier air moving in on Sunday. That's going to be a better bet for a nice outdoor day, high of 84 and cooling down to 75. Then as we head into your Monday, we notice the clouds return and the chance for showers as well. But Tuesday and Wednesday, more likely to be on the dry side, but still keeping the clouds.
AccuWeather was presented by BF&M Insurance Group.
My name is Kevin Roberts. I'm a taxi driver / ambassador. My father's was BF&M, so am I. Half of my family always been seen to be with Bermuda Fire Marine. I tried a different provider at one time, but I wasn't too happy with the competition because back then it took too long to settle claims. They questioned every claim, and I never really had that problem with BF&M. I'm quite happy with it.
Surface Trends has been serving Bermuda for over 25 years, supplying and installing tile and natural stone. We have a large in-stock selection of beautiful porcelain wood planking, including our exclusive Bermuda cedar tile. You will also find Bermuda's best in-stock selection of countertops, including natural granites, exotic quartzites, and silestone engineered quartz in all the newest colors. Our team will be happy to help you. Stop by our showroom at 17 Serpentine Road or give us a call at 295-8005.
I didn't order this one. This is the wrong item.
What? These are the wrong size.
I wanted white pants for the white party.
These are way too big. Oh my gosh, this is not what I ordered.
Finally in Bermuda, announcing Mailboxes Unlimited's Internet Return Hub. Now for an 85% savings. No matter how you brought your items into Bermuda, you can return your items back to the U.S. easily. Mailboxes Unlimited's Internet Return Hub. Stop by today.
I just got the best night's sleep on this Beauty Rest mattress. This is cause for celebration. Okay. Good night.
At Dreams, we don't just sell mattresses so you can get better sleep. We do it so you can be awake. Dreams, the mattress professionals.
And take it for the Cats! That's the Sunny Cats!
And an update on the story we reported last year about a legal case involving Robert James Souza of Devonshire. Charges were filed against him of stalking and intimidating a witness. We can now report that all charges have been dismissed by Magistrates Court. In other news, a new cartoon, The Adventures of Raz, is set to hit our screens this autumn. It's thought to be the first full series written, voiced, and produced in Bermuda, with the creator, a young Bermudian, making his debut as a budding Walt Disney. Hal Davis reports on an animated world that may seem pretty familiar to many islanders.
Hey-o! I'm Raz, leader of the Loquat Hunters. Along with my faithful companion and my best friends, we protect our homeland, Loquat Island.
It's a cartoon world that shares a lot with Bermuda, including dolphins and kids on scooters.
a completely deliberate choice, according to the creator, Tashel Bean, who says his characters have a lot in common with Bermudians.
Our accents, our foods, kind of like that overly friendliness that Bermudians have, the respect that we kind of have for adults. It's just really simple and subtle things that we do that I didn't even really think about until I was trying to think of, so what do Bermudians, like how do we carry ourselves differently from the rest of the world?
Whoa, that was wicked!
The title character Raz leads the loquat hunters.
Raz is sort of this tree-hugging, all about justice. He's hyper-focused on just doing the right thing, so he's almost kind of like airheaded in that way. But he's also a kid, so he also likes prep jokes. He's silly, and he likes to eat food, and, and he likes to, you know, joke around with his friends.
What?
With a tree-hugging hero, it's clear the cartoon has a strong environmental message. But Tashel says he hopes such themes are not too heavy-handed.
There are lots of sort of social issues that this show covers, and saving the environment is definitely one of them. I tried to do this subtly, but you know, the local hunters are all about protecting nature and keeping things in balance and having harmony within the island.
With 12 11-minute episodes already finished or underway, it's a lot of work, most of it done by the 24-year-old creator.
I have a great team that helps me out, but I am the writer. I do all the animation, I do all the sketches, I draw everything on paper first, so I storyboard everything, and then I transfer that, I draw it in Adobe Illustrator, I color it in Photoshop, I animate it in After Effects, I edit it in Premiere, I make all the sound effects, I do the music.
But despite all the work, it's clearly a labor of love.
I think the most gratitude that I get out of this is seeing something that I've dreamed about kind of come to life. Like, it's really great to have all these ideas and stuff like that, but it's even better when you get to see this little doodle that I've had in my sketchbook for years on a screen talking and interacting with other characters.
We're gonna follow him and save the island. Duh.
The show is expected on air this October, but if you can't wait, you can get a sneak preview at a special event at the Bermuda Society of Arts on Saturday between 2 and 4.
This ain't over. Y'all bimpert.
Still to come, how Cup Match can help needy families. We'll have a full report in just a few minutes.
Price Rate is your one-stop shop with something for everyone. Household goods for kitchen, bedroom, and bathroom. Aisles of bulk groceries at value prices. A complete selection of fresh meat and produce. And an extensive range of frozen items to cover every meal. Wines from around the world and beer and liquor at discount prices. Visit Price Right at our 2 locations in Pembroke and Warren. There's always something new and always something for everyone.
From happy beginnings and life choices that we make along the way.
Colonial protects your lifestyle with the best insurance cover at the best possible price.
Health insurance with far-reaching benefits.
Family protection and long-term financial plans.
Business insurance and generous employee benefits.
For happy beginnings to happy ever after, visit CGIGroup.com.
Colonial, where people come first.
Are you required to take one or more medications daily but have a hard time remembering when to take them? The Phoenix Stores can help with an MDS blister pack, a multi-dose packaging system that makes it easier to manage and take your medication. Each MDS blister pack contains medication for the week and is pre-packed, sealed, and labeled by a pharmacist. Prescriptions grouped by the day and the time of day you should take them. Take confidence in knowing you're using your medications as the doctor planned. Visit the Phoenix Stores to get your MDS blister pack today. The Phoenix Stores, for a better life.
Bermuda Broadcasting Company is pleased to present the first round of the 115th Annual Eastern Counties Cup Competition, featuring defending champions, Bailey's Bay and challengers, Cleveland County at Seabreeze Oval, Bailey's Bay. Join the island's leading cricket commentary team of Alan Richardson, Wendell Smith, and Dwayne Sluggo Levrock, with live ball-by-ball coverage. Saturday, July 21st, starting at 10 a.m. on Power 95 FM, the island's #1 station for your Eastern County Cup competition. Brought to you by Lindo's Group of Companies, John Barrett & Son Limited, Polaris Holdings, and Money Shop.
The first round of the ever-popular Eastern Counties cricket competition gets underway tomorrow, and Stevedoring Services Limited has announced it will sponsor the Man of the Match Awards for the competition. They're putting for total prize money of over $3,000 for those judged the best junior and senior players. Mike Sharp reports.
SSL Chief Executive Officer Warren Jones lauded the success of the Eastern County programs.
In the Junior Series, we're going to award 7 Men of the Match Awards with a $100 gift certificate for sporting equipment, and the Junior MVP of the entire series will receive a $150 gift certificate plus a memento of their success from Stevedoring Services Limited. And this will take place at the award ceremony on August 25th. For the senior players, we're going to award 3 players, the 3 MVPs of the 3 games with $500 travel certificates. And the winner of the series, the man of the match of the series, will receive a $650 travel certificate and a plaque. We work hard every day. Our guys work hard every day, quietly powering Bermuda. Cricket holds a valued place in Bermuda's sporting culture, and that's why it's a natural fit for Stevedoring Services to celebrate the most valuable players and the man of the series who put in the extra effort to power the game.
One of Flex Victoria Recreation Club's co-captains, Logan Jones, thanked the SSL boss.
I'm thankful that they are sponsoring the junior cricket for us because a lot of people look more at the senior cricket when it comes to county, and they don't generally look at our junior, but it's good for them to sponsor junior because more juniors want to come out and play the game, and then when we have more juniors, then there'll be more people to play the game and then go into senior county. And then Bermuda eventually will get better and better at cricket once again.
Junior County Cup holders St. David's captain Onai Smith also thanked the cargo handlers.
I'm thankful for Stevedoring Service for sponsoring the Eastern Counties because as a recipient of last year's Man of the Series, I did enjoy playing and receiving the award for the Man of the Series, and I think it will encourage more people to want to come out and play and join, and it'll be like encouragement.
The captain of Cleveland's junior county team, C.J. Fubler, also welcomed the new sponsorship.
I'd like to thank Mr. Jazz for sponsoring the Eastern Counties. I think it will bring out plenty of the youth to come play more county with us, and it will make Bermuda a better country as with cricket.
Now, CJ, your senior team is getting ready to take on Bay this weekend. What about your junior team taking this cup from St. David's? What do you think your chances are?
I think my chances are very high because we beat them on Saturday.
Bailey's Bay's junior captain, Gerard Richardson, was unavailable for comment. And I'm Mike Sharp with Bermuda Broadcasting Sports.
Thanks, Mike. Well, Cup Match fever is in full swing, and whether you rock blue and blue or red and navy, it's families that will be the guaranteed winners after Cup Match. The Family Center is selling ribbons in the appropriate colors, of course, so you can show your support for St. George's or Somerset, with the proceeds going to help those in need of the center services. Here's Jasmine Patterson.
Cup Match time is upon us. Playful banter between family members, friends, and co-workers is the name of the game. All in the lead up to the annual 2-day cricket match between Somerset and St. George's cricket clubs. The Family Center says it's also a time of reflection.
People are really looking to enjoy their 4-day holiday. At the same time, we get to step back for a moment and think about, I hope, Bermuda's heritage and culture and what it means to be in relationship with each other, whether you're teasing about Somerset or St. George's, but you're really thinking about what is truly, in my estimation, Bermudian, because it's about relationship and coming together and having fun together.
Ribbons have been on sale every Cup Match holiday period for the past 2 decades, and it's a major fundraising event for the charity.
Our budget, which I think most people are aware now, is fairly significant. We have to raise over $2 million a year. We have a lot of qualified staff that are working with very sensitive issues with families, and therefore we have to retain our staff, so we try to, as much as possible, pay a decent salary for staff. But it's our programs that they run. Our organization is all about the people.
The center provides counseling services and group sessions to more than 130 families annually. The aim is to help children and families with emotional and practical support through difficult life situations. That's just one of the services available.
We're running a summer camp right now, and the staff are doing some fun things with girls group, boys group, and these are usually the clients that are in service, that they're providing services for, and therefore these funds are going to significantly help. We're trying to raise at least $40,000, which is pretty high for a tag day, but we have stations as far as Somerset.
Staff are settled into the Sunshine League house, and Ms. Dismond says the building provides a comfortable, family-friendly environment for vulnerable people to get the help they need. The ribbons can be purchased at any gas station, and there's a chance to do more.
Right now, our biggest need, and it's so difficult to get this, is volunteers on the day. Everybody's getting ready for Cup Match, so it's hard to get volunteers. It is the most critical thing we need. So if you've ever wanted to help Family Center, this is the time to help us, because we need volunteers, because we try to cover the island in terms of tax stations.
If you'd like to donate your time on the first day of Cup Match, call the Family Center on 236-1116.
That's it from us for this week. I'm Diane Brewer. Hope to see you again on Monday. Have a great weekend. Good night.